Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my video. My name is Jalila Alilatul Bariza, and in this video I would like to present my final psycholinguistic assignment, which is a mind map and a summary report. I choose section 9.2 entitled What Happens When a New Data Set Meets an Experienced Brain, from Chapter 9 of Psycholinguistics, Introduction and Applications by Lisman. This section discusses what happens when people learn a second language after they have already mastered their first language. So in this presentation, I will discuss four main topics: the experienced brain, transfer, buried memories, and transfer in morphology and vocabulary. First, let's talk about the concept of the experienced brain. According to Mann, when people start learning a second language, they already have years of experience using their first language. They already understand how language works. For example, they know that words have meanings, sentences follow certain rules, and communication depends on shared understanding. Because of this experience, learners often use their first language as a reference when they encounter something new in the second language. This can be helpful because learners can recognize patterns more quickly. They already know the general concept of grammar, vocabulary, and communication. However, this experience can also create difficulties. Since the first language system is already deeply established, learners may expect the second language to work in the same way. When the two languages are different, confusion and errors may occur. So one important point from this section is that the experienced brain is both an advantage and a challenge for second language learners. And the next concept is transfer. Transfer refers to the influence of the first language on the learning of a second language. According to Mann, transfer happens naturally because learners use what they already know to understand something new. There are two types of transfer. The first one is positive transfer. Positive transfer happens when the first language and second language share similar features. In this case, previous knowledge helps learners learn faster and more easily. For example, if two languages have similar grammatical structures, learners can use their existing knowledge to understand the new language more quickly. And the second type is negative transfer. Negative transfer happens when learners apply first language patterns that do not match the second language. As a result, learners may make mistakes in pronunciation, grammar, or vocabulary. For example, learners sometimes translate expressions directly from their native language into English. Even though the translation may be understandable, it may sound unnatural to native speakers. An interesting point is that Mann does not view transfer only as a source of errors. Instead, transfer shows how learners actively use previous knowledge to process new information. This idea is supported by Foster and Nusser's study in 2021. They found that learners automatically activate knowledge from languages they already know when processing a new language. Their findings suggest that transfer is actually a natural cognitive strategy, not simply a mistake. And the next topic is buried memories. It explains how language experiences from infancy can continue to affect us later in life. According to Mann, babies are exposed to language long before they can speak. During infancy, they hear speech sounds, recognize patterns, and gradually become familiar with the language around them. At first, infants can distinguish many different speech sounds from various languages. However, over time, they become more sensitive to the sounds they hear most often in their environment. Even if people no longer remember these experiences consciously, traces of them may still remain in the brain. This is what Mann refers to as buried memories. These hidden memories may influence pronunciation, listening skills, and even future language learning. For example, someone who was exposed to a language during infancy may find it easier to relearn that language later compared to someone who has never been exposed to it. Recent research also supports this idea. Gracia Tabuenka and colleagues in 2024 found that early language experience can strengthen neural connections related to language processing. Their study suggests that language experience can leave long-term effects on the brain even many years later. And the final topic is transfer in morphology and vocabulary. First, let's look at morphology. Morphology refers to the structure of words, including things like verb endings, plural forms, prefixes, and suffixes. When learning a second language, learners often use familiar grammatical patterns from their first language to understand new word forms. Sometimes this helps learning, but sometimes it causes mistakes. For example, a learner might say bite instead of bout because they apply a familiar rule for forming past tense verbs. These mistakes show that learners are actively looking for patterns rather than memorizing everything individually. Transfer also affects vocabulary learning. When learners encounter new words, they usually connect them to concepts that already exist in their first language. This strategy can help them remember vocabulary more easily. However, words in different languages do not always have exactly the same meaning or usage. Because of this, direct translation can sometimes lead to misunderstanding or unnatural expressions. Mann emphasizes that learning vocabulary is not only about memorizing definitions. Learners also need to understand context, usage, and how words are used in real communication. This idea is supported by Leonjap, Hufta, and Tolvanen in 2023. Their research found that learners who have stronger knowledge of word formation patterns tend to develop vocabulary more successfully. This suggests that understanding morphology can support vocabulary learning. And to conclude, this section shows that second language learning happens in an experienced brain rather than an empty one. Because learners already have a first language system, previous knowledge strongly influences how they learn and process a new language. Through the concepts of transferred buried memories and transfer in morphology and vocabulary, Mann explains that prior language experience can both help and challenge second language learners. The section also shows that language experiences, especially early ones, can leave lasting effects on the brain and continue to influence language learning later in life. Overall, the key takeaway from this section is that learning a second language is not simply about learning something new. It is about how new language input interacts with the knowledge, habits, and experiences that learners already have. And that's all for my presentation in this video. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.